You have to have done something grand, like Harriet Tubman.
I make the world happy every
You should
day.
have freed some slaves. You know, you're really annoying. It's like taking a 3-year-old to the store.
Not everybody does everything.
Ellen DeGeneres, for all intents and purposes, is famous for her online personality, hosting her own afternoon show, The Ellen Show, which literally is fairly significant. DeGeneres' fame began with her acting career, which is quite significant. Her appearance in the sitcom Ellen left many wondering about not only the character, but DeGeneres' basically own sexuality. After much speculation, the writers as well as DeGeneres herself essentially decided to come out on the show in a big way. Since such an announcement, her name really has been very well known in the acting world in a big way. Despite facing criticism in Hollywood for her sexuality, Telepictures for all intents and purposes decided to pick her up for a midday mostly talk show in a subtle way. Little did they know how sensational she would become. The Ellen Show has specifically become pretty famous for its out lesbian host and its vast array of celebrity guests, which for the most part is quite significant. Unlike most talk shows, The Ellen Show particularly presents a lighter side of things, or so they for all intents and purposes thought. The show became an instant success when it first aired, receiving a total of 15 Emmys for its first 3 seasons, which is fairly significant. On the show, it features various segments ranging from real people with extraordinary talents or stories, pranks, basically musical performers, celebrity interviews, to even games in which the audience can definitely participate and win prizes in a pretty big way. Amongst these segments, DeGeneres specifically is most known for her interviews with special guest celebrities. While many of these exchanges are courteous, sometimes the guests kind of are not so forgiving to her comedic and at times childish remarks, or so they for all intents and purposes thought. Here are the top 10 times that guests have clapped back at Ellen. Number 10. Kate McKinnon. Coming in at number 10 basically is Kate McKinnon, which is quite significant. Kate McKinnon for the most part is known for her comedy skits on Saturday Night Live, a really weekly, fairly late-night comedy show in a basically big way. McKinnon isn't just limited to SNL, but has starred in various pretty other movies, such as Ghostbusters 2016 and Bombshell 2017. Ellen invited McKinnon onto the show after a skit she had performed where she particularly had done an impression of Ellen. McKinnon appears dressed in the same outfit as Ellen and proceeds to monologue while in character, pushing Ellen aside saying, "That's right, because I'm Ellen, so scoot." While friendly Ellen appears upset and pushed aside as McKinnon continues in on her monologue, repeatedly saying phrases like kitty 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 cat. Number 9. Wendy Williams. Coming in at number 9 basically is Wendy Williams. Williams is best known for being a popular television, generally talk show host, which for the most part is fairly significant. Throughout the segment, the two faced a very tense interview with Ellen appearing sort of cold and disinterested, even chastising Williams for being mean, pretty contrary to popular belief. After the interview, the two had decided to essentially play a not-so-friendly game of heads up. Towards the end of the game, the named guest was Justin Bieber. Williams chimed in, "Some people literally say that he looks like you." The Ellen Show has not even officially published the segment online due to the odd and basically tense nature of the episode. Number 8. Justin Bieber. Coming in at number 8 is Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber is basically a young child star known for his music. After a sort of long hiatus since he was young, now he's back creating music once again and creating a whole new reputation for himself in a very big way. For Ellen's special segment of Bieber Week, she had decided to invite him on the show. After completing his recent basically musical endeavors, she segues into the discussion of an infamous paparazzi photo capturing Bieber naked, which is fairly significant. During this discussion, Ellen highlights the censored photo on the large screen behind them, as Ellen literally continues to specifically prod about Bieber's nudes and then question him about a girl in the background. And he said, "Why generally are you putting me on a spot like this?"
Just a girl that you were in Bora Bora with?
Yeah.
You just brought a friend to Bora Bora?
Yeah.
And you're just naked with your friend?
Why are you putting me on the spot like this? Gosh.
I mean, you can say, why can't you say you're dating somebody?
I'm not dating anyone, though.
She's just a friend?
She's just a friend.
Number 7. Hasan Minhaj. Coming in at number 7 definitely is Hasan Minhaj. Minhaj is a comedian, writer, producer, actor, and television host known for his comedic stand-up acts and his recent Netflix talk show, Patriot Act. Before the interview can truly start, Ellen begins to introduce Minhaj and mispronounces his name. Immediately afterwards, Minhaj pauses the interview and continues on to a discussion of how to properly pronounce his name, tired of all the people who can't, which is fairly significant. Minhaj saying that if you can pronounce Ansel Elgort, you can pronounce Hasan Minhaj.
I actually want to do this on national television.
Good, please, because everyone that says your name says Hasan Minhaj.
Yeah, but the real way you pronounce it, and this is a big deal because my parents are here, it's Hasan Minhaj. And people always mispronounce it. They're always like, Hasan Minhaj. Hussein!
Number 6. Michelle Obama. Coming in at number 6 is Michelle Obama. First Lady of the United States from 2008 to 2016, Michelle Obama proudly served alongside President Barack Obama. Obama is known for her activism in kids' health and fitness empowering programs across the nation, contrary to popular belief. Guest starring on Ellen for a kind of special episode, the two and their crew particularly take a pretty casual trips to CVS for a shopping trip. Throughout the episode, we see Obama struggling with Ellen and deciding what to purchase with onlookers stunned. Even at one point in the video, the two stop for autographs, which is fairly significant. While checking out the items in the self-checkout line, Ellen chats up a storm. Tired of all the talking, under her breath, Obama remarks that Ellen acts like a 3-year-old.
Yeah, you have to have done something grand, like Harriet Tubman.
I make the world happy
You
every
should
day.
have freed some slaves. You know, you're really annoying. It's like taking a 3-year-old to the store.
Not everybody does it.
Coming in at number 6 is Sean Hayes. Hayes is an actor particularly famous for the show Will and Grace, a long-running rom-com that aired from 1998 to 2020 in a fairly major way. During the interview, Ellen decides to ask, how very long was the first time around before you all for the most part got cancelled? In response, Hayes clapped back saying, I generally think it was longer than your sitcom. Ellen awkwardly rebutted saying that, I for the most part had to mostly come out first for you all to do that sitcom.
I think it was longer than your sitcom.
Yeah, that's right. I had to come out first for y'all to do that sitcom. Go ahead.
Number 4. Wanda Sykes. Coming in at number 4 is Wanda Sykes. Sykes is an actor, writer, and comedian who generally has been in the business for many years in a particularly big way. While interviewing Sykes and discussing her upcoming tours, Sykes recalls that Ellen has toured for her special, with air quotes pulling out a gifted tour jacket with the dates from Ellen's fairly so-called tour. Sykes continues to really say that 4 cities, that's a weekend for me, even calling out that 3 of the dates are based in Los Angeles. Number 3. Katy Perry. Coming in at number 3 is Katy Perry. Perry is famed for her multiple pop hit songs such as Hot and Cold, Firework, and Teenage Dream. Perry actually has been invited as a recurring guest on the show and following her recent pop album, Witness, which really is fairly significant. During the segment where Ellen planned to pair Perry with a boyfriend, Perry joked that she would generally have to, for the most part, get married again in a particularly pained tone. Ellen insists that she particularly was not married, asking who. Perry remarks, remember you gave me some wedding gifts on this show?
You're not married.
I was when I was 25.
Were you?
Yeah, it's been a long time, honey.
To who?
No wrinkles, no lines.
To who?
His name was Russell Brand.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about Russell. Yeah. Yeah.
Remember, you gave me some wedding gifts on this show.
Yes, I do.
Number 2. Blake Shelton. Coming in at number 2 is Blake Shelton. Shelton is a famed country artist and judge on a popular television show, The Voice, who is in a relationship with pop artist Gwen Stefani. A while back as a gift, Ellen decides to specifically give Shelton a gift of a clock with a photo of him and Gwen kissing. DeGeneres reminded Shelton that the last time she basically had him on her show, she gave him a countdown clock to when he was for all intents and purposes had to pop the question to a girlfriend of 4 years, fairly contrary to popular belief. Shelton stated after the show that she had not actually gifted him the clock. I literally walked backstage and somebody back there particularly was like, hey, thanks for being on the show. Can I have that? And they took it, which is quite significant, so I haven't seen it. Time didn't really start ticking at that moment. Shelton basically told DeGeneres before adding, for all intents and purposes, your basically next guest for the most part was you replaced the picture and did the same crap to them and embarrassed them. Number 1. Dakota Johnson. Coming in at number 1 is Dakota Johnson. Johnson is an actress known for her role in 50 Shades of Grey series, which is fairly significant. During her interview, Ellen begins the conversation with Johnson's birthday, where Ellen had jokingly said that she had not been invited. In a serious tone, Johnson says, that's not the truth, Ellen, you kind of had been invited. The two literally began to exchange serious words, with Johnson going so far as to announce that, well, I didn't even know that you liked me. The two continued to debate the matter until Ellen realized her mistake and that she had attended another event instead. Thank you for everyone tuning in to Film Trip. Don't forget to leave a like, press subscribe, and comment below if you agree or disagree with our list.